Alright, hello there and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, this time for cruising Greece. Got to do 15 deliveries across all of these cities that are spread around the archipelago. And unfortunately, of course, all jobs need to be 200 kilometers or more. What's the betting that there's only like 5 cities where there's more than 200 kilometers between them? So I've made the rare decision of, instead of quick traveling somewhere nearby and taking deliveries in, I had the option to quick travel straight to Athens. So okay, that way I can guarantee I'm gonna get something, because otherwise it's happened too often that I want a delivery there and just there's nothing on any of the border cities. So what do we got? Mitilini. Now, that's got a ferry distance of 410 kilometers. Is that going to count? Because if not, getting to these is going to be really annoying to try and get a 200 kilometer plus delivery. I guess we just have to go there anyway and try and find something that's longer that goes somewhere else. I think this one's going to be quite a frustrating one to try and get qualifying deliveries. Well, this shouldn't take long to do. We've only got to drive like 18 k's on land and then just ferry hop our way and discover some of these cities. Discovering these also means that we get the chance to quick travel to them in future if we need to. So I think for science, let's just do that and see if it counts. I bet it won't. First things first, let's go and pick up our delivery. I noticed the garage is nearby as well, which we could buy. That's definitely different architecture around here. What's that way? It's not stopping me going that way. I'm immediately intrigued by what's that way. Turn left. No, I'm gonna go across to buy the garage, actually.
Recomputing.
Just down a narrow street. Street? No, it's a narrow lane. This is a walkway. Is this seriously where the garage is? Wow. Okay. Their infrastructure is interesting. Alright, let's go here. Sure, let's buy this garage. Why not? There we go. Oh, it must have cutscenes disabled. I can see a train over there. That's a nice touch.
Ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn left.
So we don't have too far to drive to pick up the cargo. There is a lot of trash on both sides of the road. Is that accurate? I feel that there's certain points where maybe accuracy should take a backseat to presentation, and maybe you don't just have trash in the weeds on the side of the road.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
A lot of cars under covers. I guess that protects against the sun. But they're just like parked just in normal car park spots. Is that normal? I guess it could be. I guess if you've parked up and you're going to work, you're going to be there for 8 hours and the sun's really strong, maybe you cover your car. Not really something that we bother with over here. It's already covered in paint. These little side streets off the main road. Where does that way go? Does it go to the back entrance? We can always try going out the other side, I guess.
This is where it ends.
Right, we no longer have distinctive trailers for like special events, so we're gonna have to remember what our cargo actually is now. Really sure it was this one.
What are we waiting for?
And I'm curious to just drive down towards the ocean. Because why not? Is there a way that I can double back No, but there's a nice posing spot out the side here. So there's that. We can just do a full send into the harbour if we really want. Yeah, that other road just goes down to the water there as well. I mean, while we're here and everything. It's not a picture I have to take, but sure, why not? There we go, that looks quite nice. That's got the colours popping. Okay, now after wasting that amount of time, let's get to the ferry. I was hoping there'd be a nice just back exit that would go down that road. Ooh, fancy gates. This is no room for it to slide, so... wait for this car to go. Oh, and then there's another one. Oh, that's stopping for me. Excellent. Excellent. Let's just stop traffic. Fantastic. I mean, if you are going to have a road with no controlled intersection for trucks to have to turn out of, definitely have to rely on some generosity from others. I love how the bots still haven't updated. Still says, I follow you on Twitter, please follow me back. It's like, it's not even called Twitter anymore. And I'm barely there. Are we staying this way? Looks like we should go down there. Is that a different dock? There is a photo opportunity down there as well? I don't know what the best angle would be to take that photo. I guess it's when I'm down there. But I can always... when I'm at the... there's a viewpoint over there as well? Oh, there's a lot going on over here. There's also a lovely mural on the side of that building.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep left, and then turn left.
Alright, well, I think I want to go to, like, the viewpoint, and maybe down the end to try and take a photo looking back. We could admire the coral mural. That looks cool. Viewpoint is across the road. Can I just drive over here? Sorry, not sorry.
Rerouting.
There we go. There we are. Piraeus, port of Athens. Sights and legends, 1 out of 8. What's the bidding? It's another at least 8 instead of all 8 or all 10 or whatever. Quite a significant operation, as you would expect. That's not the picture I would have expected to showcase of just a digger sweeping up a bunch of trash, right? Whatever. Dry dock. Where's my power washer? Fascinating mechanisms where you can just get a boat up out of the water. And there's the ferry, which we will be on shortly. And our truck. Which is now parked facing the wrong way for where I would like to go next. I guess at some point I come off boat and just drive around the other side so that I can get down to the bottom end there.
That's fine.
That means I can't take the photo that I wanted. We just do a loop. I mean, I'm extending the amount of distance that I'm driving. I don't think that matters because previously I've tried that and it still hasn't worked, but hey, maybe. I want to just cut across the traffic over here. Just gonna have
Keep
to wait.
left, and then turn left.
Wait until the traffic is gone. Oh, the red car, okay, stopped and then started again. Stopped and then started again? No, it's because of other traffic, I guess. Okay, they're turning, so I'll turn. Alright. We were in the wrong lane to actually turn. I didn't even have my indicator on. But we got there in the end. So there's a couple of other depots on the
Keep
waterfront
left,
here.
and then turn left.
But I want to go all the way to the end now. That
Turn left.
thing with the way station, how do you even get in there? That's weird.
Computing.
Okay, that counted as discovering it by me just touching on it there. So if we park up over here
Right,
somewhere.
and then turn right.
Now, can we get that photo? Wants us to look this way. Ministry of Shipping and Island Policy. Why do we care about that? There's a really nice mural over there with, like, Poseidon and... well, yeah, Poseidon, I think? Or Neptune. Neptune, I think, was the Greek one. Poseidon, I think, was the... Am I getting it around the wrong way? No, Poseidon was Greek, Neptune was Roman. Whatever. It wants us to take a picture of the Ministry of Shipping and Island Policy instead of artwork. Okay, but I'm not happy about it. I guess this is the waiting area for going onto the ferry, actually. Yeah. But it's also a rest stop.
Keep right, and then
Oh,
turn
we'll drive up this way, and then at some point we'll probably drive back the other way. Oh, it's actually doing the discovery of the actual road as well, except for this corner. That's easily done. Crunch. That was bound to happen. The one time I don't look. Let's just
Recomputing.
go around. There we go. This is a weird area that there's no... I guess there's the car park area over there, but how are they meant to get over... They turn in here and then line up somehow? This is really weirdly designed. Okay, whatever. Let's get on and let's get out of here. Where do I even stop? Right at the end, looks like. Big boat. Ferry's usually like half the size. Somewhere up here? There we go. Alright, so where is it we're off to first? We need to get to Chios first because Mitilini is not a direct trip. Yeah, okay, so Chios first.
Find a new route.
Chios discovered. Okay, well we're not actually going to get off here. Unless I probably have to go somewhere else in order to trigger it again. I guess I have to go around the other side again. So we get off and then turn around. Are my lights working? Yes, good. Turn right, not so much. I'm going to go down here and hope that I can then get onto the main road somehow. Wait, is this just a dead end? It's just a dead end. Okay, well, I guess I hope that I can turn around with my trailer in this small space. We'll worry about everything else when we come here, hopefully with a shorter trailer, because these are small roads around here.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
And now we're going off to the right.
Please make a U-turn.
Somehow we turned around because we were definitely on this side of the boat getting here. But okay. Unless it's just a... Is it just a palindromic boat? No, it's definitely angled at the back there, and we were facing the angles last time. Whatever. Wait. How do we get to Mitilini? It's just telling me to go back to Piraeus. Oh, there was a second boat. Of course, that's why it was telling me to turn right. We've got to go onto the other boat. Oh god, now how do we get out of here? I think we have to reverse the whole way off the boat with this trailer, because there's nowhere to turn around. I'm tempted just to go back to Athens. Can we turn around through these? I don't think it's going to be big enough for me to get through with the trailer. I guess it doesn't matter if the trailer just scrapes a bit. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like we're causing massive structural damage to a boat or anything. There we go. There we go. It's all fine. Right, let's obey my instructions and go to the next boat over this time. I hate the bloom effect. Let me see. Right, this one. Okay, this time, Mitilini. Okay, Mitilini.
Let's find a new route.
All this for, like, $2,000. And we have to pay for the ferry ourselves, too. So, we're really not making much out of this delivery. Gorgeous place to have the sunrise, though. I mean, come on, let's... We could feature the boats for a start. We could have one taking that way. And then one looking this way. Because we came in at the right time. Not sure about the barbed wire, though. That's not so pretty. Can we fly the drone over here and just enjoy the sunrise? Yes, we can. We can enjoy the sunrise as if we were sitting on the bench. How's that? Maybe we get some clouds in the sky. Ooh. Okay, so 6 is good. I think so far 6 is my favourite. 12's also pretty nice though. Okay, 6. Definitely 6. Get the sea underneath the bench. There we go. Gorgeous. I wish it took high resolution pictures, because the screenshots actually get saved with completely crap compression. And it just looks like arse. Which is such a shame when it's such a beautiful layout that you're seeing. Like, they do so well in making it look good in the game, and then they don't save a high resolution version. Okay, we're trying to get an excavator down these roads. Alright. Let's go. This doesn't make it feel any better, but... Okay. Then there's another viewpoint up the top here. Well, not viewpoint, photo point. That'll be the castle, looks like, off to the right. Yep. Alright, so let's get down here. And this time it's a photo I'm meant to take. Castle of Mitilini. Oh, the sunrise through that gap there. Nice. Hey, that's a pretty good view, right? Could do with a little bit of HDR to bring out the detail in the front, but it's fine. It always depends on whether or not you're trying to take a picture that captures detail or just captures a scene. If all you're after is just capturing the mood and the scene of how you saw it, then you don't need to worry about high definition stuff.
Turn right.
So, oh, it pulls the colours out and gives all the extra detail in the front of shot. It's like, yeah, but then that's not what it looked like. It looks like an artist's rendition sometimes. Let's drift onto here to hopefully discover both sides, because the roadway will be discovered on the way back. If I can get a delivery from that depot in there, that would also be handy. Because the idea is I don't really want to have to come back here. I mean, it's a lovely place, but similarly, we'll just go through here. Yeah, so then that bit of road doesn't get explored, of course. But it should on my way back. I actually have to drift into the gas station specifically. Oh, there's another depot up here as well. Okay. Well,
Get ready to turn left.
we can just drive into that one with my truck, hopefully on the way to pick up a different delivery.
Turn left.
Oh, yeah. All these twisty roads.
Get ready to turn right.
And yet, unfortunately, as much twisty road driving as we're doing, it's not covering enough distance.
Turn right.
Ooh, this one's a tight one. Let's go wide on here and hope no one's coming the other way. Okay, well,
Get ready.
sorry, but... And then turning right up here.
Turn right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait until these cars have gone past. Where are you going?
You have arrived at your destination.
Tight turn into the depot here. Handle job delivery. I think my trailer has gotten caught. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe. Because, yeah, I'm fairly sure my trailer is actually hung up on the fence on the way in because you guys have a stupid entrance. I don't know what I'm meant to do about that. But I can do that without having to worry about reversing it. So yeah, driven distance was only 44 kilometers, which means that will not count for our objective. Yep, remains 0 instead of 2. So that delivery was a bit of a waste of 20 minutes, but we did learn a couple of things. One, that we know that the driven distance is what matters. It doesn't matter how you spend on a ferry. And two, how to navigate the ports of chaos. Or maybe they should call it chaos instead. We really want a delivery out to our team here at some point so we can cover off the entire island. Similarly to here, we need to go all the way up there at some point. I didn't realise that it had 2 different branches to it. Okay, but the services are there, so if we have a quick travel back, then we've got that as an option. But for here, what we want is a delivery that's at least 200 kilometres land distance. Doesn't matter whether it's 700 kilometres on ferry, it has to be 200 plus driven distance. Which means we're going to have to go further away than we would like, probably. Yeah, because the furthest away within Greece is 118. Or we've got to go up to Bulgaria, looks like. Are there any other Greece ones, maybe to the other side of the country? It's an awful lot to, like, Turkey and stuff. I want to get across to, like, Agostoli, or Ioannina, or even Patras would probably be long enough. But no, game doesn't like me that much. Alright, well, we're just going to have to take what we get given at this point. And that is to go to, yeah, like Plovdiv, probably. So it's 221s, that barely qualifies even then. Which means that hopefully from there back to Kavala might be enough? Or we can get to Thessaloniki, maybe? They really, really, really needed to get rid of the 200-kilometer minimum restriction on this. It makes no sense. It never made sense, but it's made less and less when you're in countries that the distance between cities is so small, and especially in a environment like Greece where you're just taking ferries between different cities. Those should count. Like, that should have counted. That delivery should have counted as a delivery from Athens and to here. But it did not, because the designers of this particular gameplay element are stupid, quite frankly. Maybe harsh, but honestly, this is like however many times I've been doing this. I think it's just because people just do them anyway. Though I'd be curious to know how many people, even though the community goal gets smashed each time, how many people actually do achieve the personal goal? I bet it's not as many as it could be because of the restrictions. Well, we got our wish in terms of a cargo from over here, at least, anyway. So that's something. Some very small constellation. Let's go through here. Rejoin traffic. So at least that's this half of the island discovered, and then we'll worry about discovering the other half another time.
Turn right, and then turn right. Turn
Now, on the one hand, taking longer and being more difficult to do these sorts of objectives, okay, so it gets us a chance to explore more of the area, and it is a very nice map area that they've designed. But time is not infinite, and it will take us a while to do all of these. And I do have a life outside of playing this game. As evidenced by the fact that we're only doing this with like 2 weekends to go before it expires, because there was also the Winterland one. That didn't have a minimum distance restriction. It had its own annoyances in terms of their silly lost cargo idea, but at least we didn't have to drive a certain distance. We were forced to a lot of the time. But that's the other thing, is that if you want us to have to do a minimum distance, just have it so the external contracts available are all at least that distance, but going to more places, like not just to other countries again. Track's called Cyclops. That's appropriate. Don't know which island it was that the Cyclops lived, but it's one of the Odysseus tales. A very nice area to drive around. I just wish it had counted for my delivery quota. Ooh, tight turn. How am I meant to get through here with a trailer? I'm glad this is a shorter trailer than the one I just had. These are so narrow. Turn left? What? Okay. Wow. In this way? Let's wind our way back around to the boat.
Turn right.
Oh, and there's 2 boats. I need to make sure I take the right one.
Turn right.
So I need to go all the way down to the end. Ah, this boat. This one right here. So it's another big one. Okay. Yes, it makes sense that the mainland boats are the big ones, and then the between the island ones are smaller. Okay, to Kavala. So it'll say that I've now discovered Kavala as well.
I'll find a new route.
We've got a lot of cities that we have technically discovered and visited, but have not taken deliveries from, so thankfully they do have a checkbox system now in the event goal in the menu. It does actually show which ones you have done and haven't done, because otherwise keeping track of that can be tricky. So hey, they've been receptive to at least some feedback about these events. I don't know why they haven't been receptive to any feedback about the distance restriction, but anyway, we've got a photo to take. Which will be, I'm guessing, the fortress, yes. Where's the best view? Along here, I feel. I don't want the street light in the way. Can I keep going this way? Okay, somewhere around here, I guess. A bit more height would be nice, but that's fine. And then there is also a viewpoint. But maybe we save the viewpoint because we have to come back here anyway. So we will be doing a delivery to Kavala at some point. Or from. Either way, point is we have to return here. Excuse you, I'm fairly sure I had the right of way through that intersection that I was going straight at.
Exit.
Okay.
Exit now.
This one I don't.
Go straight.
That one, I deserve to be T-boned, but
Keep right, and then continue straight.
I love the awnings that they have that come out from the buildings to help cover the windows from the sun. We need a lot more of that sort of thing over this part of the world. Unfortunately, because we were colonized by people from Britain who are used to just dreary weather, very little consideration got given to warm climate design. So all of our houses are like heat boxes a lot of the time. Really good at being insulated against the cold, really terrible at keeping the heat out in summer. Last house that we had, I actually strung up a tarpaulin, basically a big plastic sheet, over the windows of the living room, just to stop the sunshine from getting in, because curtains are all well and good, but they only reflect the light once it's already inside the windows, and then the heat just builds up behind the curtains and rises up towards the roofline. So you're always going to get some seepage, whereas you need to stop the heat and reflect the energy of the sun before it enters the house. And when you've got a bias towards having nice big window areas, yeah, that's a problem. Oh, this is a beautiful view though. Why is this not a photo point? Well, it's a self-imposed photo point. Because we are not letting this view go without being appreciated. I mean, there's the fortress. Can I take my fortress picture from here? Apparently not. Let's get rid of this blur. And then the horizon looks a bit funny when it's a cloudless sky. So maybe let's actually bring some clouds into the frame. There we go, that's a good one. Now we've got some reflections, so that gives us a bit more definition. That's better, yeah. That's nice. We're just going to be using all of the road as we go up here. This is very similar climate and like landscape to some parts of New Zealand. We get a bit more rainfall, I guess. Greece definitely gets hotter. It's like 40-degree heats and stuff, I'm fairly sure. hospital up on the hill.
Then exit right.
That seems like a very inconvenient place to have to get to with like an ambulance and stuff. Fine for helicopters, I suppose, but what are we waiting for? Whosoever are we waiting for with these traffic lights? Come on. Now I've got to accelerate again, it'll take me forever.
Exit.
Drama, apparently, is that way. Okay. It's all of these terms that we owe to the Greek language. It's 202 kilometers. This stretch here is the bit that counts for the community goal. Well, personal goal, technically. Hey, Razor, welcome, welcome. Enjoy the Greek roads. We're going to be seeing an awful lot of them, because we have to drive minimum 200 kilometers per delivery again. Thankfully, it's gorgeous scenery. But I am going to keep harping on about it. I love it when they put viaducts over things like this instead of just hugging the hillside. Why is their infrastructure in a broke country better than ours? I'm doing alright. I do have a bit of a time limit on the stream though. I can only go until about 12. About an hour and a half. So we'll see how far we get. I was really hoping to make good progress, but I'm not optimistic with the deliveries that I'm going to be having to do. And the stream crashed before. Well, OBS froze, or display drivers screwed up. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but screen flickered, everything froze, had to restart the stream, so... Which hasn't happened the last couple of times, when I was doing like the Winterland streams. Oh, I love a good downhill. We get to exceed our maximum 90 k's an hour. Excellent. Runaway truck, never look back. 104. Oh, glorious. I love these roads. Because I'm not having to come up the other side at the moment. I probably will, but... So we're actually having to take a delivery to Bulgaria because we weren't... Okay, I'm actually going to have to slow down for this corner. There's a reason that we're meant to be limited. These are really nice long sweeping turns, but you know what? I think there's a reason that the speed limit is only 70 through here. Maybe if we didn't have a trailer on, but otherwise I really don't want to tip this over. Wrong way on a one-way track, you get me. Great song. Yeah, here we go. So, toll booth to the left of me, toll booth to the right. Here I am going through another bloody toll booth in the middle. Great. Now, are any of these ones that I can drive through without having to actually stop? This one has a truck symbol on it. Okay, and we got to follow the bus through, which means that we didn't have to wait for the arm. That's great. Love it. Solar panel farm, they'll do pretty well, I imagine, in this sort of area. Might want to cut these trees down, though. They'll be casting the shade on your panels. It's kind of an ironic thing in some ways where, yeah, solar panels, great for the environment, clean energy. Cut down trees, because they're going to cast shade on your solar panels. They need to be elevated more. I'm surprised that more... You see all those solar panel racks that are just in empty fields that are kind of free space. It's a great method of land usage, but they should all be elevated up like 5 meters or something. They should be like the height of at least a normal building, if not a 2-story building. Because then they get... The more elevation you have, the more sunlight you actually get from the earlier / later hours of the day, right? Because you're higher up, you can see more horizon, and you're less likely to be shaded by things. So the fact that they have them often just at ground level is... It's a little thing, but it's a wastage over time. And the amount that it would cost to put up the framings and stuff, yeah, it would be an extra outlay initially, but it would pay itself off. Absolutely.
Go straight.
It's just one of those cases where something isn't quite carried through to its fullest potential because usually cost or laziness, one of the two. Well, now it's almost sunset, looks like, because we've spent a lot of time on ferries. So it's been like an hour since I started, and we're gonna have 2 deliveries done only, which is a bit rough. Are we gonna have to go through a border crossing? Or Greece and Bulgaria both EU? Can't remember. I think we might have to do a border crossing at some point. I know I would have had to if I'd driven from Montenegro into Greece. Because I did look at doing that first. But of course there were no deliveries available from Montenegro into Greece because of course. Like, to nowhere in Greece at all. When I was going from Skopje, which there was so many deliveries available, it was like 20 pages of deliveries. None of them were into Greece at all. So I had to quick travel and start all of this actually in Athens, which is something I usually don't like to do. I like to drive into the country. Which makes me a little bit wary about what we might find when we try and look for a delivery on our way back. So, well, if I couldn't find any from there, is Bulgaria going to be any different? But then that said, I'll take a look, but if I have to then just fast travel back to a place that I have been through, such as Kavala or Chios, that's kind of fine. I might just do that. I'll just fast travel back to Chios and look for a delivery from there, and we'll just keep doing that as much as we have to. Ooh, nights driving on twisty mountain roads. Not my favourite exercise. High beams helps illuminate the birch trees slightly. Please no train, please no train. Thank you. Always paranoid about that. Could I have just driven down that road? Looked like I might have been able to. Maybe it's straight from the services?
At the roundabout, take the 4th exit.
Okay. High beams can come off. Let's go in the cabin. Why does it say to take the 4th exit when it's the first right? Or what? I think they screwed up their GPS somehow. And I've probably remarked on it before when I was exploring here for the first time, but who knows when that was and whether or not it's even on camera, so... Where do you need it? No. No, I can't be bothered with that. Do a lurk for a bit, finishing up work, have fun with long drives? I will do my best. You might have more luck with finishing your work than I do and doing these deliveries very well at this rate. It was marginal whether or not I even streamed today. But this has to be done by the 2nd of February, so we're running out of time. So that, driven distance of 226 k's, should now give us 2. Oh no, only 1, because we're in Bulgaria, of course, because we didn't go between 2 different things. That's the problem. And that's going to be an ongoing issue, I think. We're going to struggle, I think, to get deliveries that are between two Greek places that are long enough. Because, yeah, it didn't give me anything. Like, I'd love to go from Mitilini to Lamia or Patras or something. Didn't let me.